Today I thought we'd take a look at the bootleg versions of the Ninja Turtle figures from Neca. Now, if you were to buy a bootleg version of your favourite action figure, you can expect it to be a truly awful replica of the original. Normally they don't look quite right. In fact, 9 times out of 10 they don't look anything like the original figure, and they are made from very cheap plastic that break very easily. You will find that the joints are normally very weak and the paint job is truly awful. But normally you won't know this until they actually arrive, because normally on websites like AliExpress, eBay and Wish.com they use fake pictures to fool you into thinking you're getting something of quality when you're actually not. But every now and again a bootleg is released that don't actually look too bad and too far from the original. I mean, sure, if you have a keen eye for these things you will notice that they are bootlegs. But at the end of the day, if the original figure is just out of your price point, if it's gone into the collector's realm and you just can't afford it and they've gone off the market, a bootleg may be your best option. These are my bootleg versions of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles originally from Neca, and I've got to say, I think they are hands down some of the best bootlegs I have ever seen. I would even say that they rival the originals. Now, when I bought these figures a couple of years back, I paid about £40 for the entire set, so as you can understand, my expectations were low, but when I received them, I couldn't have been more happier. They had multicoloured headbands. For instance, Raphael had red, Leonardo had blue, Donatello had purple, and Michelangelo had orange. This is not what I wanted from the Neca figures. I wanted them all to have the red headbands, but at the time I just couldn't find them anywhere. I could only find the bootleg versions with the coloured headbands, but this wasn't a problem. When they arrived I actually painted them all red as they were in the original comic books, apart from Raphael, of course, who was red to begin with. I was a little bit nervous about painting them up. I'm not the greatest painter and I do make mistakes here and there, so I bought myself the finest brush I could find and I really did take my time, and I don't think you can actually tell the difference. I think I did a good job. I was quite proud of this, to be honest. Now, like I said, at the time when I was thinking about purchasing these, if I had a choice, I would have much preferred to have the original Neca figures. I don't really like buying bootleg, but they were out of the question. The price was so high just for one of these figures. So I thought I'd take a chance on buying the entire set for, like I said, £40, and I couldn't have been more happy with the results. In fact, I've watched videos reviewing these bootleg figures against the originals, and they actually 9 times out of 10 come out on top. Now, I simply thought I'll take a chance, I'll spend the £40, and if they arrive and they are truly awful, then I've learned a lesson. But I couldn't have been more pleased with the figures that I received. Now, I just thought I'd bring the camera a little bit closer so we can have a close-up look at these figures, and you can see for yourself just how well detailed they are and well made they are actually. Like I said, I keep saying this, for bootlegs, I was very surprised at the quality of these figures, especially for the price that I paid. Now, first of all, we have Raphael, and like I said, I hardly did anything to him. I didn't touch him up at all, I don't think, because I didn't need to, because he automatically wears the red bandana anyway. So there was very little touching up to this. I didn't do any painting on this. This is exactly how they came out of the box. And as you can see, they are very good quality. I think some of the main differences between this figure and the original one is very few and far between. I mean, I think there is a slight difference with the shell at the front. Not the mould, but the durability of it. I think the Neca one doesn't bend as much, but this one does, or maybe it's the other way around, I can't remember. But it's not noticeable at all. Now, as you bring the figure closer, you will see that the joints are actually well made. They don't feel like they're going to break. They feel quite stiff, actually. Now, normally with Neca, this is a bad thing because you fear that the figure is going to break when you move the arm. But with this, somehow it's stiff, but it still feels very durable. Like it's not going to break in you. It feels workable, and it's a good thing. Here's Leonardo, and like I said before, he came with the blue bandana, so I took paint to it and I painted it red, and I don't think I did a bad job at all. I'm actually quite proud of this, and as you can see, the figure is very well detailed for a bootleg, and like I said, I'm just amazed by these figures, how good they actually are. I think they are one of the best bootleg figures I've ever seen. And I have had a few in my time, and a lot of them, not turtle figures, like I think I had a Deadpool figure and a Wolverine figure, and they were awful. The bits just fell off, the arms, the legs fell off, and the paint jobs were awful. They just didn't quite look right, but these, in my opinion, are absolutely perfect. Michelangelo, and like I said, he came with the orange bandana originally, which I painted red. As you can see, the detail all around is fantastic on this guy, and as you can see, he's got a little tail there, just like all the others do as well. I do believe in the original comics they had these little tails, and then when they made the transition over to the cartoon, it was decided to do away with the tails because they did actually look a little bit strange from the front, as you can see. And I do believe originally the 1987 molds of the original Turtles did have these tails included, and the toy manufacturer just said no, I don't think we should have that because it looks like something else. And then we have Donatello, and once again I painted his bandana to a red colour, and as you can see, the quality of this figure, just like the others, is fantastic. So without further ado, let's bring them all back together and get some close-up videos of these guys.